Today, I'm thrilled to be sitting down with Niambi, one half of the rap group OSHUN. She's from Maryland, and not only is she a dope artist with so many complexities and texture to her artistry, but she's also the founder of My Mother's House. I have been a fan since 2015, and she's just dropped her solo EP called Taboo. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, so excited to be here. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
for agreeing to this interview. I don't know. Okay, highly doubt that you remember me. Do you remember hanging out with the Dream Defenders in Miami at
Yes.
Ocean? Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, I was there. I was there.
Oh my
We were
gosh.
there together.
Yes, that was a beautiful, beautiful night. I was just telling somebody about that recently. Yeah, just talking about what our time was like in Miami and being kind of on like the underground scene from state to state. That was a lot of fun.
I would like to first congratulate you. You are a solo artist now. You just dropped your first EP called Taboo. You're a new mom. As a fan, just seeing the climb of life is just beautiful to see to you for you. So,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
I want to give you your flowers.
Thank you. Thank you.
I often like to start with the beginning of people's story, their journey, because oftentimes how we start is not, or where we start is not where we end up. And you have had some transitions. So I really like you to just take it back to like your artistry, how this all started for you, and forward it to today.
Okay. Um, well, I feel like the beginning, there's many different beginnings. Obviously, I feel like my beginning in terms of the world knowing me as a recording artist, as you mentioned, being one half of the duo Oshun, which we formed as freshmen in college. And that was the beginning of something, but even that was a culmination of, a lifetime of music, a lifetime of studying, through, school, middle school, high school. I went to New York. I went to NYU for recorded music. So that was, the trade or industry that I was going to study in. Um, yeah. And then through through that journey and moving to New York, met my sis Tondi, and we, created something beautiful. And for 9 years, created and performed and toured as Oshun. And that was a very special time, a time of really exemplifying the beauty of African culture, of Black culture, of traditional African spirituality, stigmatizing those conversations, and really bringing kind of like Pan Africanism to the forefront, and letting Black folks around the diaspora know that it's okay, um, to be out of the shadows, to practice out of the shadows.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, that was very much like we were very mission oriented in that. Obviously, naming ourselves Oshun, like that wasn't an accident. That was by design, and something that we were really aiming to honor, and bring awareness to. I think it just has taken a different form. It's taking different forms now.
Man, you said something that made me think of the song where you say, "I just use these beats to free me," and I can imagine how freeing this experience is to be
Hmm.
drop this EP. I want to ask, like, what prompted you to go solo? I mean, as a as a fan on the outside looking in, it does look like it was just mutual, just you two just growing into new spaces. But for those who may not know, like, oh, what prompted you to go to the solo route?
Um, it came as out of respect for Tondi. It was something that kind of Tondi prompted and said that she wanted to, do something different and wanted something different for her life. And so I don't know that I fully understood it, but I respected it, and I knew that ultimately I wanted to continue making music. Like I can't stop. Ultimately, it was out of respect for my sister, for my friend, and what she wanted for and wants for her life. So yeah, and a drive and a resilience to keep going. myself.
Man, I want to talk about I just want to go straight into Taboo, right? So
I
Ain't it's such a melodic, chaotic track. I mean, the first
love
oh,
that.
hit me in my face. I was like, wait, what? And I feel like you did a really good job in discussing the nuances to relationships, like whether you in an open relationship or if your man, or even if it's not and it's committed and your man cheat, but not only did he cheat, he cheated with your homegirl. And so now we beefing. It's like, why you had to be so sloppy? Really enjoy the nuances. I want to know about the thought process when you wrote this. Um, like what was going on? What was going on through your head?
Ain't
I
nobody
could have
shit.
shared them if you really wanted to, sis. Like, what in the world? Okay.
No, for real. I mean, honestly, it was me processing. Like I was processing in real time, and even like the first verse versus the second verse, like they're different moments, different probably journal entries in a sense, but like all part of the same world where I'm processing. And obviously, as an artist, some things like it probably wasn't Shake Shack, like you know what I'm saying. Some details, colors, and stuff like that get changed, but ultimately the sentiment is the same. And it's like me literally trying to process like um dishonesty, trust being broken, a willingness to explore maybe other relationship types, but that being kind of like, well, I guess we're not going over there, like, so which ultimately I feel like a lot of people experience. I think more people than not have probably been in a similar situation, honestly, but like
You do.
nobody's singing about it, nobody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think also my aim with this was to one point the finger to everybody, like nobody's exempt, myself included. I played a part in this, so like we all have to be able
Accountability.
to exactly be self accountable, and then also to kind of like make talking about the taboo okay, you know what I'm saying, because also if this is something that everybody's doing but nobody's talking about, and like now we just out here breaking each other's hearts over and over. How is that healthy? How is that productive? You know what I'm saying? Like wisdom is learning not just from your mistakes, but from the mistakes of others, the people who've done things before you. So it's like if we can have these conversations and you're comfortable enough to say, oh well, I'm thinking about doing this thing. It's like, oh look, well when I did it, you know what I'm saying? Like
Listen,
you can save so much hurt, so much
you can learn
heartbreak.
from community.
That
You
part.
can even learn from community. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, the nuances. Listen, people think like open relationships. Oh, because we open, like it's gonna be even better. But I cannot tell you how many times I've met a couple that was just as dysfunctional as any monogamous a couple. It's like how you
Yeah.
open and you still cheating.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's about honesty. It's about trust. It's about
It's
boundaries. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? And if you're not trustworthy with one person, you're not going to be trustworthy with three
Oh,
people, four, five, six, seven. You know what I'm saying? Like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So it really is a conversation about trust, about integrity. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you don't have that, like because I was with it, like you could have had the world, baby. Look at you now. Messed it up. Go home. Like,
my Shayla.
right.
Okay, so how do you move on from that betrayal? Like I know as an artist you write and you get their therapy through your artistry as well, but like how from woman to woman, how do you move on from that betrayal? Like and even decide to stay in that situation?
Yeah. For me, accountability is just it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to say, damn, I was wrong. Like, I hear you. I didn't mean to hurt you. Like that was, you know what I'm saying? Like that does so much. And I feel like some people miss that. Like some people can get so caught in how they feel and, that they're not able to look at themselves. I feel like although that was a unfortunate situation, ultimately all the parties involved were able to hold themselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, yes, I created it from this kind of chaotic place, but beyond that, I mean, even at the end, I'm like, I hope you blast it and you passed it and learn. You know, you learn to let it go because you know what I'm saying.
Happened.
It's you know what I'm saying. And so, but in real life accountability conversation, you know what I'm saying. Like, I think part of what people call ethical non-monogamy is like you have to be able to have good communication. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be, you know, out here and not being careful of people's hearts, of people's, you know, seeing experiences. So ultimately, it's just a conversation. A conversation. My bad will go a long way. It's like, yeah, you know what? That was your bad,
My
but I
fault.
forgive you.
My fault. Yeah, the outro itself was just sick. Oh God. It doesn't matter which end of the spectrum you're on. As women, we always feel like I had him. And man, okay. My last question to you. What's next? What's going on for you? What does this calendar year look like for you?
More creating more conversations. I hope that Taboo opens up a world of dialogue amongst people and just like people bettering themselves, myself included. Um, More creating. And I hope to get on the road, honestly. I hope that 2025 is a year of Taboo getting on the road and everybody doesn't have to try to rush up to New York to come see me live and we can bring this show to a city near
Yeah.
you.
Well, go ahead and bring it to Tallahassee. We would love to have you here at
Yes.
PMU. We would love it.
I
Um,
would love to. I would love to. Y'all have always been, has always had, y'all have always had a very special place in my heart. So,
yeah.
yes.